I love a good mystery bag. There's something so thrilling about not knowing what you're going to get until you open it, and the chase to find that rare item can be a ton of fun. Now, are all of these mystery bag, mystery box products promoting gambling to children? That's a question for another video, but at the very least, when you buy these things, you know what you can get. If you're buying a LEGO collectible minifigure, you can find a full list of the series. If you buy a pack of trading cards, you can find a list of every card of the set. But if you buy secondhand mystery packs, you don't have that luxury. Go to eBay and search for LEGO minifigures, you'll find tons of these listings advertising rare minifigures and mystery bags. But the thing is, these aren't regulated in the same way official LEGO minifigures or Pokemon cards are. If the Pokemon company said you could get a really valuable card in a set and then you just couldn't, that would be a really big deal. But with these eBay listings, the sellers really have no reason to actually tell the truth. They could take pictures of lots of rare minifigures to advertise the bags, then only put common figures in the bags and sell the rare ones at full price. If all of this sounds familiar to you, that's because I already did a video just like this a few months ago talking about all of this and buying the bags and opening them. But that video did really well, so I'm doing it again, and if this video gets to 3,000 likes just like the last one did, I'll continue this series even further. So just like last time, I spent $100 on a few different eBay listings to buy a bunch of Ninjago mystery bags. We'll open them in just a moment, but before we do, I want to clarify a couple of things. Number one, I want to make it clear that we can't say for sure that these listings are scams. There's always a chance that some of these sellers are truthful and they do sometimes put rare minifigures in these mystery bags. I suspect this is very uncommon practice because I mean why would you do that when you could just not do that and make just as much money? But I can't say from sure, I'm only speaking from my own experience buying these bags, that's why I'm doing this video, to show you guys my personal experience, but it is a very small sample size. So there's a chance that some, even all of these sellers are 100% truthful, 100% legitimate, but again, I have yet to see any evidence to prove that for sure. And then next, I want to show you guys a few emails that I received after my first video. So first, one of the sellers featured in that video reached out to me and said, "Hi, I just saw your YouTube video on me. Thanks for the publicity, lol." They then went on to say a few other things, but that would reveal who they are, so I'm not going to repeat them here. However, about a half hour after I received that message, I received another message from a completely different email that I had never seen before. "Hi, I just want to let you know that I bought from name of the seller, and one of the figures I got was Sensei Garmadon. Maybe you just had bad luck?" Now again, I cannot say for sure, but I suspect this email was sent from the seller's personal account, especially considering this came in a half hour after they messaged me, and this was not like a half hour after the video went up, this was like over 24 hours after the video went up. I got those two messages back to back. And then about a week later, I got one more message from the same seller. "Hi, I just found out about your YouTube video on my random minifigure listings." I don't know what they mean by just found out, they messaged me a week earlier. "While I am sorry that you're dissatisfied with your purchase, I don't appreciate how you messed up my business. I have received quite a few messages calling me an exposed scammer and saying that I got busted. I am not a scammer and pride myself on being an honest and reputable seller. Is there any way for you to publicly apologize or fix this somehow?" So the reason I'm including these in this video is because I do want to address this. For the record, I don't know if this is true. I doubt they're actually getting messages on eBay calling them a scammer, because, like, at least me personally, I would never do that, like, reach out to someone on eBay and call them a scammer. I was perfectly happy with my purchase. I got my video out of it. It was cool. I was happy with them. But on the off chance they are telling the truth and this did actually happen, do not do that, guys. Do not harass any of the sellers featured in this video. That is not my goal with this video. My goal is to help you guys be smarter purchases while also just having some fun opening some mystery packs. I'm not doing this to call out people trying to ruin their business. It's perfectly fine. They're doing their thing. Let them do their thing. I'm just here to go, hey, this is my experience buying from these sellers. Here's what I got. In my opinion, it is not worth you buying. But yeah, absolutely do not go out and harass people. That's ridiculous. I do not condone that at all. All that being said, I think I was pretty fair in my original video. Again, there's a chance I just got unlucky. I got unlucky with all the different sellers. I didn't get anything good. So that's why I have the disclaimer. Like, I can't say for sure the sellers aren't ever, like, sending out good stuff. But just from my experience and what makes sense to me, I do not think it is ever worth buying these things. So yeah, there you go. There's the big disclaimer out of the way. Now it's time to wait for the packages to arrive and then move into my light box to open them up. So, the packages have arrived and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're probably all blurred on the screen because I'm sorry guys, but I do not want to show you my address. But before I open these, there's a few things I want to point out. First, of course, they're all addressed to Fortnite clips and memes because I have to keep my identity secret. But also, this time around, I have them sorted by, like, what order they came from so we can actually see which store gave us which minifigures. Because last time around, I had an idea of that, but it was also sort of a surprise when I opened it. So I went and I looked at the tracking for all of them, and there was two different oddities. Number one, this first one right here, the return address is in Maryland. However, I didn't order anything from Maryland. There's an order from California California that's unaccounted for, so I assume this is the California one. But I have no idea why something would ship from California and the return address would be in Maryland, so that's very strange to me. And then the other thing is 2 of the other orders have the same exact return address, just with different names on them. However, both names have the same last name. Of course, I'm censoring everything for you guys, I'm keeping these identities secret. I don't want to share any personal information, of course, but I guess 2 people in the same household are selling Mystery Ninjago minifigures online, so I'm curious to see how these are going to compare. But now let's get started with the very first package right here. This is the California or Maryland package. On eBay, it's called LEGO Ninjago Mystery Minifigure Blind Bag 100% Genuine Lloyd Snake Cole Kaizane. This is the picture they show to advertise the listing, and it doesn't seem like as much of false advertising as some of the other listings. Like, yeah, you do have the super rare Pythor minifigure in there, and you have, like, Choprai, who's also pretty rare, but then there is also, like, Legacy Kai in there, Prime Empire J, which are very common minifigures. It doesn't do the thing a lot of listings do, where it's just a bunch of rare minifigures and no commons, and then, of course, you order it, and it's all commons. I still doubt that Pythor actually comes in any of these packages, because, again, you could just sell Pythor separately, but the price wasn't too bad, and the advertising wasn't either, so let's open this up and see what's actually in store. Of course, gotta do what I always do, tear into this without a knife, because using a knife's no fun. And let me pull out the bags. These are actually in little bags, which I like to see. It makes the opening experience more fun. Cute little graphic on it, too. It looks like these are probably originally for Star Wars, considering the Star Wars font right here and the planet in the background. But I guess we'll start with this bag right here. Let's see what minifigure we get. Alright, let's pull it out, and it is... Oh! You know what? That's okay. Hunted Nia. I am perfectly satisfied to get Hunted Nia. I suppose she's not the rarest minifigure of all time. She came in, what, a $20 set, so she is fairly common. But you know what? She only came in 2 sets. She only came with her hood in 1 set, and this is actually a fantastic minifigure. It seems brand new as well. I'll be putting the prices on screen for all of you, but I'm actually going to go look it up myself real quick. Okay, yeah, she's not a super valuable minifigure new. The figure's like $4. But you know what? I will absolutely take that. It's a lot more uncommon than a lot of the stuff they could have put in here. The figure does seem to have a slight, like, scratch in the eyebrow. Actually, yeah, there's a little tiny bite mark right there on the head. That's a little disappointing to see, so maybe the figure's not as new as I thought, but the torso, legs, and hood look like perfect condition, and the head can very easily be replaced. So far, off to a good start. I'm honestly pretty happy with that. Let's see what's in the next bag right here. Tear that open. It's very satisfying to actually open these mystery bags, like as bags. Pull this out, I see red. There it is! I was waiting for this. Yep, there we go. There is Legacy Kai. The most common Ninjago minifigure of all time. I don't believe I actually got him in the first video, right? I got 2 Legacy J's, but no Legacy Kais, and I'm surprised by that. But yeah, this is about what I expected. This figure is worth less than $2 new, and if you get it used, it could be like $1. So this is probably the worst minifigure we could have gotten. That being said, I kind of like collecting these guys because I have so many, I just think it's funny at this point. And of course, he is technically retired now, so he doesn't come in sets anymore. He just did for a very, very long time. But yeah, this is a terrible figure to get in a blind bag. It's about as bad as blind bags can get. I will say though, at least both are in good condition. Like last time I got some minifigures that were pretty beat up. But we have one final bag here. Let's see if they redeem it. Can we have a single minifigure with a profit? My guess, no. Let's pop this open. Let's see. Will we get another Legacy Kai? Now that would be awesome. And here we have Legacy Lasha. Wow, wonderful. I guess this gives me a chance to promote my other video I did a couple days ago. I did a video on every Serpentine minifigure ever, and in that video I said this is probably the worst one they ever made. Legacy Lasha's weird. I don't hate him as much as some other people do, but I just don't know why they decided to redesign this character in this way. He also did come in the same set as Legacy Kai, so they were probably both taken from that same set. I will say, once again, fairly good condition at least, and he's actually worth like about as much as Legacy Kai is, less than $2. So we were off to a very strong start with Hunted Nia. I was like, this is at least interesting, even if it isn't like the best value ever, but then we got pretty much the worst 2 minifigures you could get right after that. I'm happy the figure's at the very least in new condition, but this is a great example of my point. If you want to buy Ninjago minifigures, just buy the minifigures. These bags are not worth it, because you don't get the figures you want and you don't get a good value. Instead, you end up with Legacy Kai. Now let's move on to package number 2. So this is one of the 2 packages that came from the same address, and there's actually 2 different listings that I purchased from here. One of them was LEGO Ninjago minifigures randomly picked, Kai, Zane, J, Ninjas, $6 each, and the other was LEGO Ninjago minifigures randomly picked, Kai, Zane, J, Ninja, Snakes, Mix, $5 each. One mentioned snakes and the other does not. Also, one was $5 and one was $6, so I was just curious, like, is there going to be any difference between a $5 minifigure and a $6 minifigure? My guess is probably not, but I just found it interesting. So I bought 3 different $5 minifigures and one $6 minifigure in here. So let's crack this open and see who we get. I hope these are actually in mystery bags, because otherwise that'll ruin a lot of the surprise. You never know with these, though. Okay, let's see what's in store. Okay, they're in clear plastic bags, so I hope it's only one minifigure per bag. It's not actually. They're all in one bag. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open the bag right here, try not to see anything, and I'm going to take the minifigures out one by one. Okay. And it actually looks like they're all in one bag, even the $6 one, so how will I know what's the $5 minifigure and what's the $6 minifigure? I don't know, but let me pull the first minifigure out, and it is original Cole with Zane's head for some reason. I mean, hey, I'll take a 2011 minifigure, though it is cracked on the side. That's pretty bad. That's not great for a $5 or $6 mystery minifigure. The wrong head, a cracked torso. Yikes. Yeah, that's not great. I do like getting old 2011 minifigures because this is the Ninjago I grew up with. I have quite a few of a lot of them already, including Cole. I guess at the very least, the legs and hood piece here are like useful parts to have. But yeah, incorrectly built, not the best condition considering the crack on the side. Really not too good for a mystery minifigure. Alright, let's see. Figure number 2. Pull it out. We have a ghost. He might have a hat in there, but we'll check when we pull all the minifigures out. So actually I'm going to set this guy off to the side for now, but yeah, this is one of the legacy ghosts. Alright, pull another minifigure out. We have, okay, this is something. This is Hands of Time Lloyd. He's actually somewhat more uncommon. What, he came in a $30 set at the cheapest? Though he might have been in a magazine as well. I didn't collect the magazines back then. I believe, personally, I only have 1 or 2 of this guy, so I'll actually gladly take another one. No armor piece, but that's not the end of the world. Face print looks fine. Condition seems pretty good on this guy. Let me look up value real quick. Oh wow, this guy's actually worth a good amount. About $10 new and $5.50 used, which I think I would consider this new. The face print is like not the best quality, but that's just kind of what LEGO did at the time. Every now and then you would get a face print like that, so I don't think that's the seller's fault. But the torso and legs look really good. So yeah, I would say this one is a profit. We actually got a good minifigure in this one. Maybe this was our $6 minifigure the entire time. And then there should be one last minifigure in here, and yes, they were all packaged together. Let's see what is in store. We have just a Ninjroid. Okay. Regular old Ninjroid. I say this every time I talk about a Ninjroid, but I really don't like the Ninjroids personally. I just think they're the most boring villain faction in the world. Rebooted's easily my least favorite season, and yeah, these guys are a prime example of that. I was checking to see if it was the tiny face Ninjroid from the Dareth Poly bag. It is not. But you know what? Again, I'll give them credit. This is in good condition. I believe this is an original Ninjroid too, not the Legacy or Day of the Departed ones. Oh, and I just looked it up. They're actually worth a decent amount too. Like $6 new and $2.50 used, and from the looks of this seems new to me. I don't see any scuff marks or scratches or anything. This is a really good condition minifigure. So you know what? Even though it's not a personal favorite of mine, they did give me a good minifigure here. I have to applaud them for that. And then yeah, the Legacy Ghost hood did fall out of the box. There's a full look at him. I mean, it's a fine minifigure, but he did come in a $10 set. You'll have the price on screen, but I assume it's not very much. So you know what? All things considered, I'm actually pretty happy with this seller. Cracked Cole torso with Zane face, that's not too great. But honestly, the other 3 are pretty good, especially these 2. The actual price for the mystery bags was fairly low. Again, I don't know what the difference between the $5 and $6 one was, but they included 2 minifigures worth more than the price of the bag, and obviously overall they still profited. But you know what? I'm pretty happy with this. It's a good variety of minifigures too, like from all different eras. It's 2011, 2021, 2017, and 2014. We don't have like multiple minifigures from the same set or anything. This might be the best seller I've purchased from so far. But now let's check out what the other package from the same address has in store. This listing was called LEGO New Ninjago Ninja 1 Random Figure Minifigure J. Zane Kai Cole Master Wu. And I actually bought 4 of these because they were only $4 a piece. Because they were so cheap, obviously I'm not expecting too much from this package. And in terms of the picture, it doesn't seem too bad, like overall in terms of what they're advertising. There is an original Green Ninja in there, and weirdly a lot of golden armor Wus, like there's multiple of them throughout the picture. But once again, the majority of the picture seems to be quite common minifigures, which I'm happy to see, because I assume that's a more accurate representation of what you're actually going to get in the package. But if this is coming from the same household, maybe this will be as good as the last one. And if so, that'll be really nice. Let's see, are they all in one bag again? Yep, it seems like it. So let me pull the bag out, open it up, and let's take out the first minifigure. Alright, here we go. We have, there we go. That's more in line with what I was expecting. This is a Wolf Mask Guard, who of course is from the latest wave of Ninjago sets and comes in a $10 set. So yeah, if you buy that set and put these guys in $4 mystery bags, that's a $6 profit. I do like these minifigures and I have been army building them. However, I have a lot of this guy. I made an entire video where I bought 7 of this set. So at least personally, I didn't exactly need another, but at the very least, it's not a bad minifigure. And because it's so new, it is definitely in new condition. It hasn't been played with or anything. Now, I ordered 4 minifigures. It would be really funny if it was just the 4 minifigures from that set, and I just bought the minifigures without this set for $6 more than they're worth. Let's pull out whatever's next. Reaching in there. Here we go. Oh my goodness. It actually might be. It actually might just be the 4 figures from the J-Max set. Because yes, here we have a mech suit J. Oh my goodness, that is really, really funny. As I said, I think I have 9 of these guys total. I got 2 from the LEGO Master Network, and I bought 7 myself. Again, good minifigure, but he comes in a $10 set, in the same set this guy comes in. So if they really did that, the other 2 minifigures in here should be Master Lloyd and then a full Wolf Mask Warrior. Let's see. Alright, I'm grabbing the next figure. And we have, oh, nope, this is something different. We have Aaron with no hood, though his hood might be in there and it just fell off. This guy comes in a $15 set, the Young Dragon Ryu set, and ooh, it's like beat up. Look at that, there's like all these black scuff marks around the back. This figure is like new as of last year. What did you do to this thing? Gross, I do not like that at all, ew. Torso and legs seem fine, but yeah, I will definitely be replacing that head, because look at that, what in the world's going on there? Yuck. And then final minifigure. Alright, like, this is Aaron's hood, right? Yeah, okay, Aaron's hood did come in it, so the figure's at the very least complete, even if the head is, like, in awful condition. And now for the last minifigure, my guess is either a Wolf Mask Warrior, Sora, because she also comes in the Baby Ryu set, or Master Lloyd, because he also comes in the mech set. So let's see who we've got, and it is, yep, Master Lloyd. Oh man, that's really funny. This seller literally just bought the JBack set and took 3 of the figures out of that, threw in an Aaron, and just said, those are your 4 random minifigures. I'm laughing just because it's really funny, but yeah, this is really bad for mystery minifigure bags. Because I literally could have just bought this set for cheaper than that, and I would have had all these minifigures plus a build. Now, in fairness to the seller, these are the cheapest mystery minifigures that I bought. However, even beyond them just like not being good value, I also just think it's not very fun to have 3 minifigures from the same set. The entire idea of mystery minifigures is that it's a mystery, it's a surprise. I was able to guess 2 of the other 3 after pulling out the first one. The only saving grace here is the Dragon's Rising minifigures are really, really good minifigures, so I don't mind having duplicates of these, though this is now my 10th Master Lloyd, which is ridiculous. But yeah, once again, this is another example that ties into my original point. Do not buy eBay mystery minifigures, just buy the original sets they come in or the minifigures individually, because otherwise you're going to end up spending $16 on the figures from a $10 set. This next bag is actually the one I'm the most excited for. Now, this is a purchase from somebody I purchased from in the first video as well, but the mystery bag this time around is a little bit different. The listing was called LEGO Ninjago Snakes Minifigures Authentic Serpentine Blind Bag Mystery Random. So this should specifically be random Serpentine minifigures. Now, I love the Serpentine, they're my favorite, like, faction in all of Ninjago, so I'm hoping we can get some cool ones in here. These figures were a little more expensive too at $8 a piece, and after shipping and tax it came out to like $10 a piece. But I have one hope with this, and that's for no Legacy Lasha, no Legacy Spitta, and no Legacy Ratla. Those are the most recent, like, cheap Serpentine that have been released, and I don't care if I get a cheap Serpentine if it's like an older one, but those guys are just so uninteresting to me, and we already got a Legacy Lasha in this video. So anything besides those, I'll probably be happy. A normal Pyro Viper would probably be a little boring too, but hopefully at least one of the 2 figures here was interesting, because I love this idea, Mystery Snake. And I know I'm getting my hopes up for what's probably a scam. I mean, that's the title of this video, I spent money on scams. But you know what, I wanted to use this video as an excuse to build up my Serpentine collection further. I like getting multiples of all the different characters, and I just don't need more of the few that I mentioned. Now, let's see, how are they packaged in here? It seems they were all packaged together, so we might be seeing both snakes all at once. Let me pull this out. It's in foil. Okay, but they are in bags. Cool. Okay, I've pulled them out, and this one's actually a little bulky, so that's very interesting. I'm curious who's in there. So I guess we'll start with the other one. Let's tear it open. And let's see who we get. We have Snappa. You know what? Okay, I'll take Snappa. I believe I only have one Snappa minifigure, so I'm very happy to have another. Fangpyre are my favorite tribe, but Snappa's probably my least favorite one. But still, he's a solid minifigure and a very old one, too. I believe he only came in 2 sets, because he also had a spinner in 2012. So you know what? I'll gladly take another Snappa. I assume he's not worth $8. I just checked, he absolutely is not. But he's still a minifigure I like, and I'm happy to get a second of. And now let's open up this other bag, see who we have inside. And it is, oh, okay, it is Bytar. Bytar is goofy and ridiculous, and this does actually seem really good quality, like he seems very new here. Now Bytar, I believe, is a quite cheap minifigure. I know I always see him in like Bricklink stores for only a couple of dollars. So again, I think this is a loss. I wasn't expecting a profit here, but at the very least, these 2 are not those Legacy Snakes that I mentioned. They're 2 that I'm very happy to add to my collection. So while this was still way more expensive than it would have been to buy them separately, for the purposes of this video, I'm fairly satisfied with this. And now we come to the final package in this video, and this listing was definitely the worst looking one. It was a picture of basically basically a full Ninjago collection with the big Fig Kilo front and center, but you can also see like Future J in there, which is a very expensive minifigure. There's a Pythor in there, the Hands of Timer in the picture. Basically, they have all these big expensive Ninjago minifigures front and center being like, hey, you guys could get this. And as I've said, I have no way to prove you're never going to get one of these minifigures, but I suspect you're never going to get one of these minifigures if you buy from them. They sell their minifigures in sets of 3 for $14. That's about $4.50 a minifigure, a little bit more, which is on the cheaper end of the stuff I've covered in this video, so that's something to keep in mind. And also, this is from a much bigger seller. They have like 103,000 reviews. So yeah, I'm not expecting much from this package, but let's see what it has in store. And now we play that game of, I don't know how the minifigures are packaged in here, so let's hope I don't spoil myself. And okay, they seem to be individually wrapped in bags, so let me take the first one out, and we have... Are you serious? Are you serious? I guess I forgot to say that for this package. I mentioned in the other package I didn't want Legacy Lasha, so the universe heard me and they're like, okay, we won't put him in that package. But great, now I have another Legacy Lasha. Literally a couple of days after I made my video saying this was the worst snake, I get 2. At least 2. Who knows? There could be another one in there. New condition at the very least. Again, I'll give him that. But yeah, oh my goodness, I have probably, what, 5 or 6 of these guys now? I do not need these guys. I love the Serpentine a lot. I do not love this one. Alright, 2 more figures to go. Let me grab this one next. And we have Kai with his hairpiece, not his hair. Not his hood, I mean. This is at the very least new for the video, but yeah, this is another one that's not great. This guy was at Build-A-Minifig at LEGO stores. He came in a, well, even a $10 set, right? He came in the little car. The armor piece is nice at the very least, because that doesn't come in every set, but it's still very, very common nowadays. I at least like the design of this figure more than Legacy Kai, but yeah, not too great for a mystery minifigure. But let's see, 1 figure left. Can we redeem this? Can we get a Time Twin, or maybe a Future J, or maybe a Pythor? Well, I don't feel a snake tail, so it's not a Pythor. Let's see who we've got. We have, okay, this is, what, SOG Cole from a magazine. The reason I say he's from a magazine is because he has the Legacy hood piece, and that's a variant that was exclusive to a magazine. This is definitely more interesting than the other 2, I'll give them that at the very least. I don't have a million of this guy in my collection like I do the other 2, so I like him more than those 2, but he is like a $2.50 figure. So yikes, this might be the worst package of the video. And there we go, here is the full collection of minifigures that I got in this video. I spent like almost exactly $100 in all of this, which yeah, if you look at this, that is not worth it at all. My takeaway here is the same as it was in the first video. Pretty much there is no reason to buy these unless you just have a ton of expendable income and you just love the idea of getting mystery packs. Because here's the thing, I love a good mystery pack. I collect Pokemon cards and like the chase of getting rare ones is really, really fun. The issue with these eBay listings though is there's a chance there is no rare one to collect, and actually I think it's very, very likely that you're never going to get a rare one. Because these eBay listings, they're not necessarily regulated and they're not promising, hey, this guy's definitely in this pack. They just show you a bunch of Ninjago minifigures and say, hey, you might get one from here or you might get one not from here. And there's just no incentive for these eBay sellers to actually put rare minifigures in these mystery packs. They put the commons in the mystery packs, sell them for more than they're worth, and then they sell the rare ones for the actual prices so that they can profit off of everything. I will say there was a few interesting things in this video. Seller number 2 was definitely the most interesting, because I got 2 minifigures that were technically profits in there, but there was also 1 damaged minifigure and 1 minifigure that wasn't like that valuable. And then of course the other part is just like not being able to pick what you're getting. Because that's the other cool part of this, potentially you can get a variety of minifigures from different eras. And again, I think seller number 2 did that best. Like, we have all of Ninjago's history right here. But you could also end up like seller number 3, where you buy a mystery pack and you literally just get the minifigures from 1 set. I know Aaron's from a different set technically, but he's also very cheap. And I cannot believe I got 2 Legacy Lashas. I do not need any more of these guys. I never asked for more Legacy Lashas. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. Please, please leave a like on this video and subscribe. I spent a lot of money on these minifigures and obviously did not make my money back. But if you guys support this video like you did the first one, maybe I'll do this again. Because it is fun to open these with the knowledge that, hey, I could post a YouTube video and this money will not be in vain. Because if I just purchased this and I was not making a YouTube video, I would be a lot more upset than I am right now. If you missed the first eBay video, I'll put a card to that in the top right corner. And I also mentioned my every Serpentine minifigure video, go check that out if you haven't yet. But as for this one, I think that's about all I have to say, so thanks for watching everybody, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!